So good afternoon, April the 10th, 2014. This is CISG114, Section 1, Web Technology 9, and today is date number 17 in week number 9. So let's get started. First of all, welcome back, and please be seated in terms of teams on tables. And what we're going to do today, as I have announced last week, we're going into a new format of classroom management. That means you're working in terms of PBL groups, all right? So PBL group means you really have to get into table-based working during the class time. But since our computer is just returned back to normal in such a way that we have the screen, okay, and everything works fine. I tell you what, on the past Tuesday when I have another class here, I still cannot get the screens up and running. I'm so grateful today that I got all of you here, I got the screen working. So may I inform you, this is the second week of the last learning contract, okay? Your last learning contract lasts for 3 weeks. The past week is the first week. This is the second week. And next week will be the last week. Okay, so normally, next Saturday is the deadline for you to submit the artifacts for the first learning contract. But you know that the practice here is you will also have 5 more days, okay? So that is a very challenging timeline. So in terms of the teacher's message I've given you, I hope that you have already read it. How many of you have not read the teacher's message this week? Good, you're very sincere. Let me tell you one more time, okay? Thank you very much. So the teacher's message tells you, you have to get the work done for the first learning contract. And basically, you have two tasks to accomplish, okay? What is the first task? You have already gone through our problem selections, right? As of last Thursday. Remember that? Last Thursday, do you remember you were here and you gone through the voting process and each team has already selected one problem proposal. Okay? So that is the core of your problem-based learning experience, and that refers to the first task. Okay? You have the first task. The second task is just like what you did in terms of pairs for the second learning contract. But in this learning contract, you have a team instead of a pair. Okay? So in the second task, you have 3 weeks. Hello. Week number 8, week number 9, and week number 10. Okay? Be careful. So you need to sit in terms of the teams. So you have 3 weeks time, and if you check on the artifact you need to prepare, let me finish on the second class first. Just like in your second learning contract, each one of you need to select 1 week's journal to submit. Okay? You can select week number 8, you can select week number 9, and you can select week number 10. It's really up to you. But one advantage that is in this learning contract, but is not in the previous learning contract, is you can actually share the items, the number of questions in that week's journal with your team member besides your peer member. So if you have more than 3 questions to do in your journal, you sure can only do 1 and ask the help from your member, from your peer, and also the member of your team. Do you remember that? That is the differences between what you need to do in the second learning contract and in the third learning contract. That means what? That means as your manpower increases, you can actually rely more on your team member and your peer member to help you to do your learning journal. Okay? So what is the second thing you need to do besides the learning journal? You need to do the forum discussions, okay? What is meant by forum discussion this time? Remember, in the second learning contract, each member in your pair need to have 3 topics discussions. each topic select from one different weeks, okay? So in this learning contract, again, you need to do free topic discussion, but not on an individual student basis, on a pair basis, okay? Each team has 2 pairs, okay? So each pair has to do free topic discussion with the other pair, okay? Instead of an individual person doing free topic, it's on a pair basis. You do not need to do 3 separate discussions, but your pair has to do 3 separate discussions, okay? For free different topic. But how do you do the discussions? Remember, in this learning contract, you have a team discussion forum. That means all the members in your teams are able to go to the team discussion forum to participate in a discussion. That means what? When your pair hosts a topic, either one of your pair members will host a topic, and you know that your job is to help. Okay? Help what? Facilitate the discussions of this topic which you pose with the other pair. So you need to look for the responses of your team pair member. So if you two are one pair, once you post a topic, you're looking for the responses from this two. Okay? And they must respond. And each person here will have at least respond 1 to 2 times. Okay? So it depends on how you conduct the discussion. So in this case, for each topic, you just expect that the other pair in your team will participate in your discussion. Now this team is very good because you have 3 different pairs here. So, but in 3 different pairs, that means this pair 3 topic, this pair 3 topic, and this pair 3 topic. And you need to have some kind of discussions among yourself. Which pair are responsible for which pair's topic discussions? So that is a very interesting way to do it. Do you understand this meaning? From individual to pair. And of course, well, very good to see you again, Vicky. Okay, we're talking about what you need to do in the last learning contract, and you are just on time. Okay. All right. So after the discussions of your pair or team forum, you are ready to produce your report. Again, this time the report contains only 2 topics if your team contains 2 pairs, because each pair contributes 1 topic. Okay? So when you submit your team report, the team report contains 2 topics if your team has only 2 pairs. But if your team has 3 pairs, your team must contain 3 topics. So 1 topic from each pair. Okay? So do you understand the meaning of that? Now at the very end, after you have finished with the team report, each person, now that is individual, each person in the team needs to write his or her own block of that topic, okay, that your pair has already chosen. For example, if this is a team of 3 pairs, in your report, I should be able to see 3 different topics, okay? Then, for example, Kenny and Lavi has done topic A. Kenny individually has to write a block based on his understanding of their topic A. And Lavi, you also need to write a block based on your understanding of this topic A. But you cannot use Kenny's block as your block. You must write your own block, okay? You can share some finding because each person must retain your individual perspective. That is a block, okay? So, do you understand? So basically, what you have done in learning contract number 2 is what your teams with 2 pairs has to do in learning contract number 3's second task, okay? Second task. So what about the first task, okay? Now, this is very important. So that's why I need time to make sure you are aware of that. You now have a proposal, right? Each team have a proposal as of last Thursday. So what do you do with that proposal that we now call it a problem? Okay? We now call it a problem. Actually, these problems must go through the number 1 process of OIA. You know that. we have to go through this OIA process. But since this proposal has 3 separate questions, remember that? This proposal has 3 separate questions, okay? So each question in your proposal must be handled by at least 2 persons in your team, okay? By at least 2 persons in your team. So if you have 3 questions and if you have 2 pairs, so normally each pair will take care of 1 question, and then 1 member from each pair, okay, will join together to handle the 3rd question, okay? Now when you handle an individual question, remember, you need to work out the OIA set of that question, okay? The OIA set of that question. And then you combine 3 sets of OIA based on the 3 questions. And then with that, you conduct team-based discussion. At the end of the team-based discussion, you write a report together, reporting on that question, not reporting on that problem, which has 3 questions, okay? And that will be your team report. At the end of the team report, you need to prepare a PowerPoint presentation of that report. The PowerPoint presentation must not exceed 5 minutes, okay? The PowerPoint presentation must not exceed 5 minutes, with at most 10 slides, okay? With at most 10 slides. Now remember that. For that problem, after you're finished with the report, you must produce a PowerPoint presentation of the report. And the presentation must not exceed 5 minutes, and the number of slides in the PowerPoint must not exceed 10, okay? At most 10 slides, okay? Each slide of a PowerPoint, you understand that, right? 10 slides, no more than 10 slides. So, each PowerPoint has different slides, right? Okay? So 10 slides is the limit. So finally, this is a challenge, but in this learning contract, this challenge is optional, okay? If you take this challenge, this is optional bonus work, you will have individually or pairwise or the whole team extra bonus work, okay? Normally, each learning contract, as you look at the syllabus, is 10 points, okay? It's 10 points. So far, you will earn 10 points out of learning contract number 3, based on the 2 tasks. But if you choose to do this challenge part of the learning contract number 3, which is very simple in it, now that you have the PowerPoint of your report for that proposal, right? You need to produce a narrated PowerPoint, that means voice over the PowerPoint in the form of a digital story, okay? So that, in the form of a digital story, that means a video file, okay? And that video file must not exceed 5 minutes, okay? It's a presentation of 5 minutes, okay? Well, let me say, it's best to be 5 minutes, but should not exceed 10 minutes, okay? That's much reasonable. Best to be 5 minutes, but should not exceed 10 minutes. So that digital story, which is a voice over the PowerPoint, could be recorded in the computer, okay? When you flip the PowerPoint on the computer, and there's a microphone here, and you speak into the microphone. Your voice will be recorded over the PowerPoint, okay? So at the end of your presentation, in front of your computer, we will have a voice over PowerPoint. This is what we call digital story, okay? Very interesting, because you have to learn this basic technique of presentations, because normally in the class hour, we do not have that much time to accommodate all the discussion or presentation. As a team, yes. So in at most 10 minutes, you need to divide the voice over the PowerPoint, who is going to speak what, okay? The nature of division is based on the question, because when you present it, it's based on the question. The topic and 3 questions, and each question being dealt by 2 students, right? So then, when it flips over, the 3 questions with 3 sets of OIA, the 2 persons involved with that question will speak. And of course, you have to design your presentation cycle. That means the speaking cycle. Okay? I tell you, this is a very challenging and very interesting way to do it. And my student in the last semester loved it very much. Now let me tell you the bonus. How much you're going to earn out of that digital story. If you are able to produce that digital story, the digital story that you submit, okay, will earn you 5 points more. The normal learning contract is just 10 points, okay? And you have done all this, now you can go one step further. You take your PowerPoint and do a presentation in front of your computer using the software which I'm suggesting, which is free of charge, okay? Then you will earn a maximum of 5 more points for that learning contract. So in that case, it's very good, because in the first learning contract, as I told you, no matter what actual score you receive, based on what kind of careless mistake you did, your encouragement score will ensure that you will have full score. Okay? So for the first learning contract, if you have submit all the items, you will have full score, that means 10 points already. Okay? And then in the second learning contract, you will know your actual score by the end of this week, because I'm going to finish grading it. And then for the learning contract number 3, typically it's 10 points, okay? But if you do that digital story, extra 5 points. So I highly encourage you to learn how to do voice over PowerPoint, and that will be a digital story, okay? And actually what I'm going to do today, part of the work is to introduce you to the software, all right? So do you understand at this point about your learning contract number 3? I guess my briefing minute is over, so let me give you 15 minutes on each table now to discuss among yourself. Do you understand what is required of you to produce for the first learning contract? The last week for this learning contract is next week, okay? So next Saturday is the deadline of the last learning contract. But again, you will have 5 more days extra before you need to really submit all the learning artifacts, okay? So I guess next Saturday is the 19th, right? So 19 plus 5 is, I guess it's about 25th of April. It's the last day you need to submit the artifacts for learning contract number 3. So now today is the 10th, right? 10th, right? So you have actually 2 more weeks to do it for the third learning contract. So may I pass you 15 minutes now to discuss among yourself, and then I'm going to pass you the microphone so that you can ask questions about this third learning contract, and also maybe share a little bit your understanding of what is required of you in the last learning contract. Okay? And of course, remember you need to submit within minutes, all right? So, on to you now. On to you now. If you have questions, definitely you ask me. All right?
How do you write a report?
Oh, it's very simple. It's a softened version of the report.
Very clear, but I know this is something like our opinions or experience or.
Basically, it's called summarized learning acquired after you have investigated the topic.
You mean the 3 topics, the one?
And the one you choose to write a report. You have done 3 topics for your pair, right? And your pair will select out of the 3 topics, 1 topic to write a report.
It's all about your own information.
Yes, and your problem is about your understanding of that topic chosen for the report.
So it's all right for what kind of platform? Where
Basically, it's yes. You run it on, first of all, on a Microsoft Word document, okay? And then you also write it in the wiki. In wiki, you have to set up your own page there. And then when you submit the item, you have to submit it in the form of Microsoft Word document. But at the same time, the content which is carried by the Microsoft document must also be implicated in the team collaboration wiki, just like in the second learning contract. Now, You have to go back to the online environment. Let me make sure the screen is okay for you to see. Yes. It takes a while to roll this thing off. Yeah. Here we go. Look, Kenny. First of all, you need to come back to the Moodle environment, okay? Just like in the second learning contract. Suppose you have already finished preparing the Microsoft Word document for the online journal, for the peer discussion forum detail, for the report. You have an individual Microsoft Word document for each one of these. So you come to this submission name, you submit the Microsoft Word document. And that is considered as an important act of submission. If you do not submit it here, you will not receive the grade. That is very important, okay? So these will answer your very last question. Which platform I am going to submit it? Now, suppose you have already prepared all the Microsoft Word documents, but where you got the data or the blog writing? So remember, in each learning contract, starting from the second learning contract and including the third learning contract. Let me go back to learning contract number 2. You see that you have a peer discussion forum for you to carry the discussion detail. You have a peer online collaborations wiki for you to carry everything from your journal, from your discussion summary to your report, as well as your blog. You must have process record here, because here is where you put all the intermediate writing, because it's supposed to be collaborations between the two of you in your pair. Now, in the third learning contract, we start from week number 8 to week number 10. We have provided you again, your personal online journal, again, your public discussion forum. But the important thing is the team online discussion forum, where you conduct the discussions with members of your own team. And then the team collaborations wiki, where all the members in your team has to do writing collaboratively, particularly for the report, to summarize the discussion detail, and for individual member to produce their journal reports as well as a blog. Okay? So you need to learn the skill of setting up pages in the wiki, because in the evaluation process, that is one important criteria to measure the work done by each team. Okay? So this is 8, this is 9, again you can see that, and then you have 10. Yes. Oh, man, we see that. Learning contract number 3 has 2 topics. The first class and the second class. Okay? In the first class, the proposal must be the proposal that the whole team selected as a last Thursday. Okay? In the second class, that will be different. Because in the second class, we have to go through the same process as in second learning contract. What you need to do is your pair has to finish discussion of 3 topics with our pair. Okay? And their pair has to finish discussion of 3 topics with your pair. Okay? So now your pair and this pair as a team in the third learning contract second class need to submit 1 report which contains 2 topics. So topic chosen by that team is chosen from the 3 topics they use for discussions, and the topic chosen by your pair is chosen from the 3 topics used for discussions. So task 1 and task 2 are 2 different things. Did you understand the meaning of that? Because you're doing 2 tasks. The first task is based on the proposal. You selected this first thing. The second task, yet to be done by two is in your team, individually by each peer. Okay? Right. Okay. Then it has to be done. First of all, in a team collaboration week. Because in each week, you see that? Week number 8, week number 9, and week number 10, you have this team collaboration week. That means in the wiki, you need to design 2 pairs wiki pages, one for each of the pair. And under each pair pages, you design an individual wiki for the members in your pair. And so that you can collaborate and write on the same wiki. At the end of your writing on the wiki, which is based on the report guideline, again, you use the same method as in learning content to copy and paste them out into your Microsoft and then you submit the Microsoft report, which is based on the writings. So do you understand the meaning of that? It's very consistent with the second learning contract. Except you have to do one more task, which is task number 1 and task number 2. So you might have to set on the front page task 1 and task 2. When you enter task 1, you have one set of wiki pages. When you enter task 2, you have another set of wiki pages. Do you understand the meaning of that? So the idea with this learning project is make sure that you know how to use different tools in the Moodle environment, particularly which well, because that's very important for technology, okay, in your learning. So remember how to create a page, put the name inside of a set of 2 sets of square brackets, okay? Please make sure you ask questions and discuss among yourself. Do you have any questions? Yeah, yes, lovely. Yes. Yes.
And so far, 18. So, why are they?
Well, they might be nothing, or for each question you get involved instead of 2 persons, 3 students to 1 person. You are talking about journals, so you're just talking about journals, because in journals, it means questions, right? And if each person the first many questions, each one of you have 1 question, right? And now you have so many ladies here. Okay, so they think that how this way. Maybe I involve 1 parent to do my journal, so 1 question, and then involve another parent to do journal on another question. It's possible. Oh, that is for discussion in the second task. Okay? In the second task. Okay, remember, we have 2 tasks in the learning contract, 3, right? So when we talk about discussions of free topic by 1 pair, that is in the second task, okay? That is in the second task, and which is very similar to the second learning contract. Yes, if you select 3 topics, 1 topic for each week, okay? So 1 topic for week number 8, 1 topic for week number 9, and 1 topic for week number 10, okay? The whole pair select 1 topic for each week this time, not individually. Okay, so we select 3 topics. And then they select 3 topics, okay? And each of these 2 pairs select 3 topics. And so, yes, because each pair has to do 3 topics. It's 10 off, no air conditioning. So now, your pair will engage either of these 2 pairs to discuss 3 topics, your 3 topics. Yeah. But do you understand you have to discuss 3 topics with 1 other pair? Okay, either with this or with that. Yes. Personal. This is personal. Yeah. This is topic. You don't need to care about this one. Sorry, not this one.
So,
Yeah.
the discussion forum is for the whole.
Yeah, for the whole team. But this is an important team discussion forum for your team because this topic discussion forum, the whole class can see it. Okay? When you do the discussions here, you use the team collaboration discussion forum. Yes. That's very good. Now, when you do the discussions with the team member, you use this one. Okay? Team online discussion forum. Yeah. You don't use the topic online discussion forum. This is just for general issues. Yeah.
For this party, so what is discussion?
Yeah, right. Because we need to discuss with your team members. They are all your team members. We need for the whole team. Yeah. No, what you do and we can do. Okay, just like in a second learning contract, you have the whole team have set up in the team collaboration to be 2 or in this case 3 pair with each space. Because each pair will have different work to do, right? And under each pair of each space, you need to set up an individual with each space, just like in the second learning contract. Okay, so you do your journals, okay? You transfer your journal from your personal online learning journal to the individual space here, okay? And then once the 2 of you has already finished discussions on the topic, you transfer the discussion summary here in compared with the space, okay? And then, because you have to write a report based on one topic from each pair, so you also need to use your pair in this space to carry your pair's topic for the report. And then at the end, the whole team will select a secretary to pick up from individual pairs response space and merge them together as the team reports. Okay? Again, you need to set team response space in, right? Yeah.
Team discussion, each pair has 3 topics.
Right.
But when we had in the report, we have to just wait for it.
Yes. Right. Because you do not need to do that. Yeah, you just need to select one out of the 3. Yeah.
But in the whole team discussion,
Yeah.
total
Remember. Right. Right. You have to do 3 topics discussions. First of all, your pair needs to prepare 3 sets of role ID, 1 for each topic. Okay. Do you understand? This is the basics, right? Okay. Once you have got this done, you move to the team discussion forum. You engage, perhaps, these pair to do 1 topic for you, and perhaps these pair to do 2 topics for you. Okay? So that means your partner could be 1 topic from 1 pair and another 2 topics from another pair. It's really up to you how to choose among the team. So that way you have already fulfilled the discussions of your pair's 3 topic with the help of your team member. Okay? From your perspective, this is how you fulfill your obligations. Because originally speaking, we should have more than 6 topics. But if you notice that in this 3 weeks, you have fewer topics than you can choose. At most 6 topics, right? Yes. Yeah, that's why it doesn't matter. In each week, the number of questions, I guess it's between 2 or 3.
Each question is only 1.
Yes. So you got it. It's not important. There could be topics which are overlapping between the 2 pairs. It's okay. No. If there are enough topics for you to avoid, it's okay. But if there are not enough topics, it's okay because you have to concentrate on selecting your 3 topics. That's it. That's your pair's obligation.
So we don't actually aware.
No, in this way, don't worry much about it. It could be overlapped, as I said from the very beginning. What you have to do is right, because it's not necessary all the time to have different topics. That's why in this learning content design, you see that in each week's number of topics, 2 or 3, I already have in my mind that you will have overlapping in your discussions. But it's so interesting when you look at the discussion forum. If you're the host of this topic, you first of all, your set of IA, which is going to be very different from their set of IA. Why? Because under each question, there are a number of information items. You might select one which is different from one they select. So it's not a big problem, right? So if in case we really have to select the same item, fine. Just introduce the differences. Okay, so we've got to get it right. I totally think the format has to be consistent, but the content, the information, because your topic is different from their topic, but this is the only requirement. Okay, when you present your GANS report to your team member, you must present a topic that is different from the 2 they present. Okay, the 3 topic must be distinct. Okay, but how do we feature not individual. You have to hand in the report, which is the combinations of the 3 elements of the team. You don't hand in your only topic. In that case, you lose points. Right? Yeah.
So that means we have to look at
yes, you have to. Yeah, definitely. That's what I say. Just as the format is going to be identical, but the content should be different because it's a different topic, right? The format.
As long as we have that as part of.
Yeah, because the report writing guideline is already there. You have used it in the first learning contract, the second learning contract, and this is very good. It's okay. It basically is very consistent with the first and the second learning contract. But the advantage here is you have more manpower than in the first and the second learning contract. So you need to learn how to use the manpower. That's it. That's also the learning experience of this learning contract. Because in the first, it's mostly individual work. The second is pair work, and this is 2 pair work. All right? Oh, thank you very much. Keep asking questions, it's okay. Because my job is to make sure you understand. But remember, you just have 2 minutes to get that. All right? So don't rush. But you should okay, do you have any questions? Do you understand? Because I just want to give you time to discuss about yourself. So that you know what is required. Is it okay? Do you have any questions from your team? Do you understand what to do or what to submit? Please ask questions. I appreciate it very much when you keep asking me so that I can help them understand all the specific yeah, I guess so. individual. The grant is done by individual, which is religion as a second class. Because in the second class, each pair need to write one topic based on one topic selected, right? And so now, suppose your pair has finished writing one based on this topic, and each one will one based on that topic from your perspective, from their perspective, same process. It cannot be the one copy of the other. So even though you do the same topic, you will have different rules there. Because your idea of may concentrate on the interpretation, she may concentrate on the application. So this learning project is designed that to see or the drawings based on the pair. It's the same topic, different two ones. 是 flexible， it's flexible， 还是可以，这个 flexible。As long as the two of you have accomplished 3 responses, because if you look at the topic, it's like trying to give them this option. Okay, so it's really flexible. So I said, do you understand? If you don't ask questions, at least ask your members how, okay? You see, the first learning contract is based on inquiry-based learning. The second is self-regulated learning, which is also based on inquiry-based learning. The last learning contract is based on problem-based learning, which cover both self-regulated learning and inquiry-based learning. So you're getting on track. Very good. Very good, very good. You're listing our comments. Oh, let me take attendance first. Okay, thank you very much for good questions. Kenny is here. Thank you. Sarah. Thank you. Kara. Thank you. And then Joanna. Thank you. Yossi. Thank you. Luffy. Thank you. Shelley. Thank you. Nicole, yes, thank you. Nana, thank you. Vicky, thank you. Helen, thank you. Joanne, thank you. Winston, thank you. Okay. Kathy, thank you. Cersei, thank you. And then Wendy, thank you very much. You're all here today. Now, may I request you for one more thing? Please take a look at this questionnaire for learning contract number 2. I expect you all finish doing this questionnaire before the end of this Saturday, okay? Make sure help, alright? This is very important. It's your feedback. This is the learning contract number 2 questionnaire, okay? Help, okay? This is your way to tell me something, alright? Questionnaire number 2 for learning contract number 2. Please do it for the end of this Saturday, okay? It's on the left hand side, okay? Help do the questionnaire for learning contract number 2 for the end of this Saturday. help to do questionnaire number 2 before the end of this Saturday, okay? I very much appreciate questions asked by Lovey just now as to what you need to do in your collaborations wiki. Actually, in this in this teacher's message released this week, I have already indicated very detailedly the expected process, writing that you need to do here, okay? There's a lot of online writing together, collaboratively, okay? So glad that you're into your discussions now. Now, I will give you 8 more minutes or 7 more minutes for table-based discussions. Then I will pass the microphone around the 3 tables here, and you can share with us some of the progress of your work here, okay?
It's not easy to run a PBO class because sometimes we have to take into account the different perceptions of the work,
And we have to answer a lot of questions to make sure you understand what you need to do, okay? So in about 7 minutes, I'm going to pass the microphone to each table so that you can start sharing. Around the 3 tables here, we have 3 teams, okay? So, oh yes, look at that. Let me give you the informations here. The student teaming informations, yeah. If you happen to forget which team you are, okay? So we have actually 4 teams here. Pair number 7, where is pair number 7? Okay, so you are a team by yourself based on the records here. You see that? That's of last time. You are a team by yourself. So are you joining team number 3? Okay. Okay, you're joining team number 3. Alright, so yeah. Alright, because as of last time, the records here tells me, because you are team 1, right? You're team 1, okay? So I will move you pair number 7 into team 1. So we have 3 teams instead of 4 teams. Because I checked this, because it looks like you have one more member here, right? No, right? Only 6. Okay, that's good. The reasons why I put down here is I need to double check. Now I will move pair 7 to team 1. Okay, I need to make that shift immediately. Otherwise, you cannot have a team forward with them. Okay? Thank you very much. See, I have to always constantly go look at the individual link for each team. Right. Right now, you can check yours before I change it. You're in team 4. I'm going to put you back into team 1. Okay? Team 1. Joanna, you're team 1, right? Okay, thank you very much. Excellent.
set, right? You now can join the teams one together. Thank you very much. Okay, let me pass the microphone. Maybe we start from this table today. Share that some of the progress of your work after the discussions here, because it basically is like a secretary reporting on the discussions meeting. So feel very much about the detail. Just feel comfortable to report, okay? So may I invite team which composed of Helen, Vicky, Wendy, Kathy, and Cersei to start up your sharing. You have at most 5 minutes time to share with us the progress of your team's work for this learning contract number 3 with the theme problem-based learning. Yes. Who is willing to pick up the microphone from your table? Thank you, Kathy.
Can you please talk more about what should we
Oh yes, thank you. You can share with the whole class the preparation that is being done in your group, okay, to work on what problem, which is selected last week. You can tell a little bit about that problem and about the specifications of manpower for each of the 3 questions, okay, of that problem, because that is the first task, right? So you can tell what the problem is, the 3 questions, and which members in your team are doing which questions, okay? And this is one example of the meeting minutes you can share with us. And also you can tell us something about the design, if you could, of your collaborations wiki, okay? So help yourself. Yes. Whatever you share is very much welcome. This is a very important practice of spending time doing class-based work and doing a briefing at the end of the class time or work time.
Our topic is what is inquiry-based learning.
Right.
We have 3 questions, but we just look through the whole paragraph, but
You're yet to determine who is going to do what, right?
we did decide
Okay.
who will focus on what question.
Okay. That's fine. So in your meetings now, you need to sort out who is going to do what, because it's very important that when you go home and use the computer to work on things, you need to know how to set up different pages with responsibility, okay? It's okay. You can pass the microphone to one of the 2 tables left. Hello, yes. Joanna, yes, or Lavi, or Kenny. Thank you, Kenny.
Sorry, sir, we have no idea what about we would discuss.
Thank you. Thank you, Lavi.
We're just discussing how we're going to divide the work amongst the group members.
Right.
And since we have 3 pairs, each pair is going to do 3 questions. And so far, we have a list, and 2 or 3 topics are kind of overlapping. So I would say we're going to have more details on these topics since we have different views.
Thank you. You are very much a manager to tell us something like this.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. So, could you pass the microphone to the others? Yes, you learn to pick up pieces of information. It doesn't have to be long, but you can pinpoint some of the learnings in your group. What can you share? Yes, very important.
Our topic is information privacy,
Right.
and it's from Yosemite's journal.
Okay.
And we decided to, first of all, we need to comment about her journal, see whether is there any improvement, and maybe and next time maybe do some research based on the 3 questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you divided who is going to do which questions yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's good. Continue to work on that. You still have 10 to 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's okay. You have actually taken off to learn the practice of reporting briefly on the progress of your problems work. It's very important that you can feel comfortable with this practice. It's okay?
worth £2.5 billion. Getting rich from our dreams of finding love. But is online dating deceits?
So this is an example of the online dating scam.
Tonight, the industrial substance and we reveal how your most personal data, photographs, email addresses, and your intimate desires are all for sale on an industrial scale.
I have just shared this video, which is very important for your topic. So you can see that in the discussion forum this week.
Millions of us are looking for love, for that perfect person. And for a price, there are companies who say they can help you.
And of course, this video requires 25 minutes, and today we just have 15 minutes left, so I just give you 10 minutes of this video. Alright?
Possibly dream of.
You go home and click on the link and you
For
can
the online matchmakers.
They've got to compete to get your money. We've looked at some of the tactics used. What we've found is far from romantic. So in the search for true love, we ask how truly genuine the online dating industry really is.
Want to find somebody special? Go to Cupid.com. We're helping people meet the right people is all we do.
One of the biggest online dating companies in the UK is Edinburgh-based Cupid PLC. It was founded in 2005 and is the only online dating company listed on the stock exchange. I went to meet one of the people who signed up with Cupid, looking for love. John Isaacs created a profile of himself, hoping to attract a new partner after his divorce.
Something that's athletic.
And in no time, women on the site seemed eager to chat.
If just take a week, then I'll get several hits every day.
Keen gardener John thought he had struck it lucky. He posted his profile for free, but in order to speak to them, he'd have to subscribe. So John paid up. But then, he says, something curious happened.
All of a sudden, the number of hits I experienced just dissolved.
The number of emails you got
Yes.
after
Just
subscribing.
subscribe and just goes down a cliff. As soon as your subscription lapsed, then hey ho, all these people suddenly reappeared again, like mushrooms.
What makes you think that the company is behind this?
Well, it can't be random, can it? There's no way you can dress it up as not being something which is system-based.
John continually resubscribed to various Cupid sites for around 8 years, still hoping he'd find love to be a bed of roses.
Why did you keep going back for more?
Nice peculiar optimism, the thought that something actually out there was real.
John says he spent around £4,000 on online dating sites, but found these promises of meeting someone seemed to dry up once he'd paid up. Yet the money's still pouring in for Cupid. The Scottish company has become a global brand, with revenue last year of £81 million, more than triple the figure in 2010.
So was John's experience just a one-off? The BBC has been contacted by other Cupid daters, complaining of disappearing messages and fake profiles. We decided to do our own investigation and set up profiles on Cupid.com.
Our profile was a 46-year-old man called James, living in Glasgow. We didn't give him any photographs or details, so you wouldn't expect him to attract much interest. We also asked 2 genuine singles looking for love to post their profiles too, Clark and Jane. All we needed to do was wait and see if any messages would come in. In 2 months, our fake profile received nearly 500 messages, and some of them definitely seemed suspicious.
Here's the view that says, looks like you're popular, James. Is
Our first message was from someone called Christine.
Given all the concerns I've heard, I wonder if I can find out a little bit more about her, see if she's doing well.
We took her image and dragged it into a search engine, and in seconds we found her. When we contacted Christine, she told us that while she did have a Cupid account, she'd never emailed our profile. So the message I got from Christine wasn't real. Could it be it was just a come on to get me to pay up and subscribe? Our profile was proving surprisingly popular. Apparently, another perfect match for James was a woman called Cas B. Cas B's image matched Karen Barker. She's an actress appearing in several prime-time BBC One dramas, including Monarch of the Glen. She had tried online dating before, but says she's never created a dating profile on Cupid's website.
Ready for this? Indeed, I know. How exciting. Casby 14. I am, that's two. And you're a perfect match for a profile picture. Okay, that's
So I guess we need to stop here. Do you see the trick here? The woman's identity was stolen. It was on this dating profile for other people to come on into it. But it's done by this agency or whatever it is.
No,
And just to get more money from the expected payers. So if you're interested in watching the rest of this, which takes about 15-20 minutes, go home and watch it, and it's going to be good discussions among your team. Okay? So I just looked it up with them because I know the topic, and I'm going to look at something for you too next time for you too. Okay? So that's it for today's class. Thank you very much for coming here, and make sure you pick the best use of time because time flies. Next Saturday is the end of the verbally contracts, and 5 more days to get to submit the artifacts. Okay? Thank you very much for coming back. So let me pick up the. That's right. So that's it for today on CISG 114, Section 1, Web Technology and Light in April 10, 2014.